The pregame press conference, J.B. Bickerstaff downplayed the experience a little bit. He said experience is how quickly you learn. That team has a lot to learn from in that fourth quarter. We'll see how they bounce back. But what a performance by Campaign. There's always someone at home off the bench that you don't really prepare for as a team sometimes on the road, because this Detroit Pistons team played a really good basketball game for about 38 minutes. But then when Campaign hit them with those threes and went 4 for 4 in that fourth quarter, that's when the momentum switched. That's when the game flipped. And that was a good message to send for the Knicks.
Pistons had 21 turnovers in the game, 8 of those turnovers in the fourth quarter, and 8 of those turnovers in the fourth quarter went the Knicks' way for 11 points. And the Knicks in this fourth quarter, a 21-0 run. That's the best run they've had all year long, Wally. 21-0 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's a good time to have it. It really is. In a monumental game one of a playoff series against a team that came to play, and they came to fight. How good was Karl Anthony Towns in that fourth quarter, too? Cameron Payne has done this all season long. I mean, this is what he does. Big moments he thrives in. We saw him last year again in Philadelphia make big shots against the Knicks. This step back was huge, and he just feeds off the moment and the magnitude of these games. You have to play and rise your game to a level that you don't even expect as a human being that you're capable of in these playoffs. And that's what this Knicks team did in the fourth quarter. Josh Hart just getting easy buckets all fourth quarter long. And when this Knicks team plays the defense that they're capable of, which they did in this fourth quarter, which they didn't do too often in the regular season, you saw playoff Knicks D in this fourth quarter. Watch out, because they go to a different level.
Look at the points off the turnovers I mentioned. That's key, 25 points. Knicks lost the third quarter, 36-26, won the fourth quarter, 40-21. And Cade Cunningham was held in check. Such a big story pregame. Only shot 8 of 21, finished with 21 points, but really added to the point total when the issue was already decided. They did a phenomenal job. OG Anunoby in particular did a phenomenal job on Cade Cunningham. Was it just Anunoby or was it the entire team?
It's a whole team effort. It starts with Anunoby. The intensity that he played on the point of attack against Cunningham, I kind of felt bad for Cade at times because that defense was locked in and they had a game plan to completely suffocate him. Having said that, he's really good. He makes good decisions off the pick and rolls. He was finding his guys, his shooters. When the Knicks made a mistake, they made the Knicks pay every single time. Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. in the first half, Tobias Harris, those guys were ready to play in this game. And it took a heroic fourth quarter effort by the Knicks to pull this one off. This looks like it's going to be an intense series. It's going to be a fun series. Knicks took care of business at home. This next second game, Detroit's going to be ready, and they're going to try to steal home court.
We gave everyone the stat of the night in the pregame.
I like it.
In the NBA playoffs in a best-of-7 series, the team that wins game one wins the series 75.2% of the time. That's how important tonight's outcome was.
You could see it. You could see the way the Knicks played. They played every single possession in that fourth quarter like they needed this game to the max. And even though it's a 7-game series and you can always say it's only one game, you have to set the tone. That was my key to this game, key to this series. Set the tone. And the Knicks set the tone and sent a message in that fourth quarter with a dominant performance.
All right, let's look at Campaign. The Energizer Bunny, sometimes really good, sometimes not as good. He was electric tonight, and you could say he made all the difference in the world with 11 points in that fourth quarter. Really the key to that 21-0 run.
That's why Tom Thibodeau trusts veterans. Cameron Payne has been in big moments his whole entire career. He came into this game ready to play, didn't get into the game until the start of the second quarter. First time he touched the ball, he drilled a three. You know, he knocked down shots from everywhere in that fourth quarter. Deuce McBride struggled in this one. Landry Shamet struggled in this one. That doesn't mean they might not play better in game two and the rest of this series. But when you see a teammate struggle, Cameron Payne had to step up. He stepped up. When he got his opportunity, he delivered for his coach, he delivered for his locker room, he delivered for his guys. And that's what a team does. That was a big moment for him. That was a big heart that he showed out there on this floor. And he's done it all season long. He loves playing in this arena. He wants to win a championship. That's why he came to this team. And he's going to really bring big moments for this team, I think, the rest of the way.
So Jalen Brunson tonight starts 4 of 15, but finishes 12 for 27. And he and Payne were the keys in that fourth quarter. Yeah. Brunson took over again when it mattered most. Captain clutch again.
Yeah, and when the Knicks get stops, the offense just flows so much more when they don't have to go up against a set defense. Detroit was scrambling all over the place in transition. They couldn't find anyone to guard. They were ball watching. Cade Cunningham was like, wait a second, there's Josh Hart. He's getting another layup. It just comes so easy when the Knicks play that level on the defensive end of the floor. And this is what Tom Thibodeau has been imploring them to do all season long. I thought they were going to turn it up in the playoffs because I knew they had the capability, and they really showed how good they can be when they play at that level defensively.
All right, now we say hello to Monica McNutt, helped call the game on the radio on ESPN New York. Monica, the Knicks defense in that fourth quarter was absolutely stifling.
What a swing. I mean, what a turn of momentum. And we actually had a chance to talk with Cam Payne in our radio post-game interview, and we asked him, what did you say, or did your actions just do all the talking? He's like, absolutely, my actions did most of the talking, but I did tell my team we have to get energized. We need to get this crowd back into it. Let's stay together. And that's exactly what happened, you guys. I don't know about y'all watching that third quarter, but for a second there, I questioned whether or not this young, spry, hungry Pistons squad, who clearly is together as a unit to pull off of a historic turnaround, was about to out together the Knicks, because they looked disjointed toward the end of the third quarter, but they found their way in the first quarter and got back to who we've known this team to be this year.
I'm with you, Monica. This Pistons team, they were together. They were prepared. That coaching staff had them ready to pull off a big-time steal of Game 1. What are you expecting in this second game on Monday? Less than 48 hours away. I can't wait.
Well, more physicality, but I would imagine, to your point, Wally, that J.B. Bickerstaff and his staff would probably say, look, you guys played physical and you still shot more free throws. You still had your opportunity in the fast break, but there's still room for you to be even smarter. I think when Duren and Thompson picked up their third fouls early in the ballgame, it disrupted the rhythm. Of course, all of the turnovers by Duren picking up those 3-second violations, some of those are just silly mistakes. And I loved what J.B. Bickerstaff said pregame in terms of experience comes as quickly as you learn. So if this group can learn from this game, I expect Game 2 to be a similarly tightly contested matchup. On the other hand, though, for the Knicks, I think if they can find Karl-Anthony Towns earlier, then it might take some pressure off, because he ultimately finished with a terrific game. But he had a very quiet, a donut, in fact, in that first quarter.
All right, Monica, we'll see you on Monday night.
Sounds good.
If you're Detroit, Wally, are you emboldened by what happened, or are you shook by what happened tonight?
You're shook. But you have hope that you can play with this team. Every game takes a different tone in the playoffs, and that's why it's just so important to just get the win any way, shape, or form you can get it. This Pistons team dominated the game for 38 minutes. They really did. The last 8 minutes, the Knicks took over, and they completely sent a message to this Pistons team that when the Knicks want to play at a certain level, the Pistons can't get to that level. Now it's up to the Knicks to play at that level to start Game 2 and not wait till the fourth quarter.
9:16 to go. Detroit was up by 8.
Yep.
Lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out. 21-0
Panic
run.
Pito is in
Tất cả các bạn, chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn cách tô màu sao cho đẹp nhất nhé. Và bây giờ mình sẽ tô màu những sản phẩm. Các bạn hãy lắng xem hết video của mình để mình có động lực ra video nhiều hơn nhé. Mình cảm ơn các bạn. Và bây giờ mình cùng các bạn đi tô màu nhé.
Chi tiết tô màu.